Awareness is a strange thing. It's not the warm kind of light that gently guides you through the dark. It's more like a bright ceiling light that never turns off. It shows everything, every silence, every slight change in tone, every crack that isn't even visible on the surface. It stays on even when you're exhausted, when your mind wants rest, when your heart just wants a moment of not having to understand anything, a moment of peace in not knowing. Most people move through life with the light turned down a little, just enough to get by. They notice what they need to notice and stop there. But for some people, that switch doesn't exist. For them, awareness never turns off. From the outside, it looks like intelligence, like depth. From the inside, it feels like living without curtains. Nothing blurs, nothing fades, nothing truly disappears. When you're highly aware, you don't just live moments, you watch them. You sense what's behind words before they're spoken. You feel tension before it shows itself. You know something is off long before anyone admits it. And even in silence, even in stillness, your mind doesn't stop. It keeps reading, interpreting, connecting meaning. Not because you want to overthink, but because your system never learned how to stop looking. That's the part most people don't understand. This level of awareness isn't always a gift. Sometimes it's a mind that learned how to stay awake so well that it forgot how to rest. A mind that became alert for survival and never learned how to stand down. That's where this story really begins. For a mind like this, life isn't a series of simple moments. It's an ongoing calculation running quietly in the background. Every relationship, every interaction, every small change feels like something to figure out. Not because of distrust, not because of fear, but because it's become instinct. You don't just hear what someone says, you notice how long they paused before saying it. You don't just see a smile, you catch the moment it faded too quickly. You don't just read a message, you feel the weight of what wasn't written. Why did they say it like that? Why now? Why not earlier? Everything looks the same, so why does the room feel different today? While others are present in the moment, your mind is working behind the scenes, connecting dots, comparing patterns, updating its understanding of the world. It's like having a second screen open at all times. One part of you is living, the other is observing. A simple text never feels simple. A delayed reply is never just timing. A change in tone isn't just mood, it's information. And this constant processing is exhausting. Not because it's negative, but because it never stops. Your mind treats human interaction like a system. If something changed, there must be a reason. So you replay conversations. You look for inconsistencies. You try to understand what's happening beneath the surface so you can stay prepared, so nothing catches you off guard. From the inside, this doesn't feel dramatic. It feels responsible, thoughtful, necessary. But slowly, something shifts. Understanding starts to replace experience. You become better at analyzing life than actually being inside it. Presence gets traded for precision without you even realizing it. Then there's another layer. You don't just feel emotions. You notice yourself feeling them. You get sad and immediately your mind asks why. Is this valid? Is this too much? Is this about now or something old? Before the feeling has even moved through your body, your mind has already taken it apart. Sadness never comes alone. It brings questions with it. Even happiness isn't spared. You feel joy, and almost instantly you step outside of it, watching yourself be happy, wondering how long it will last or what might ruin it. It's like dancing while constantly checking your reflection. The steps may be perfect, but the music fades. When you're always watching yourself, you're never fully inside the moment. You're half living, half monitoring, half feeling, half explaining. Over time, this turns your inner world into quiet surveillance. What started as self-awareness slowly becomes self-interruption. And the hardest part is that it feels mature, intelligent, controlled. But the mind was never meant to be both the dancer and the critic at the same time. When thinking turns inward like this, it doesn't reflect, it loops. And in that loop, spontaneity slowly disappears. At some point, you begin to see people more clearly.
You notice that they don't always say what they feel. That kindness sometimes carries expectations.
That love can exist alongside fear and insecurity. Not because people are bad, but because they're human. And with that understanding comes a quiet loss. The loss of relational innocence. The ability to take words at face value. To experience connection without translating it. Compliments start to feel layered. Apologies feel unfinished. Promises sound fragile, even when they're sincere. You can still enjoy moments, but there's always an awareness of how delicate everything is. This doesn't make you cynical. It makes you careful, and sometimes a little lonely. For deeply aware people, empathy is always on. You don't just hear words. You feel the emotional weight beneath them. You sense what someone is holding back. You notice tension before it's spoken. A tense room tightens your chest. A friend's sadness follows you home. Conversations end, but their impact stays in your body. From the outside, you seem calm, emotionally intelligent, strong. You're often the one people feel safe with because you make them feel seen. But there's a cost to that. When you're always tuned into others, you start carrying feelings that were never yours. You absorb guilt, tension, disappointment, and because you understand where it comes from, you rarely push it away. You hold it, you manage it, you regulate the space. Over time, you become the container, and while that looks like strength, it quietly becomes exhaustion. Because when you're always the one who understands, no one thinks to ask if you need understanding too. This awareness lives in the body as much as the mind. You feel changes before you think them. Your heart rate shifts, your breath shortens, your stomach tightens, and your mind immediately starts interpreting. Something's wrong, something's coming. Every sensation becomes a signal. What once developed to protect you begins to overwhelm you. Often this started early. In environments where moods were unpredictable, where safety depended on reading the room, awareness wasn't optional. It was survival. Your body learned before you did. And what once kept you safe never learned when to rest. The answer isn't to see less, it's to carry less. Not every silence is a message. Not every feeling needs action. Some things can be noticed and allowed to pass. When you stop treating every signal as urgent, your system softens. You begin to laugh without analyzing why. You feel without needing to explain it. Awareness doesn't need to disappear. It needs to become gentler. When you stop gripping everything so tightly, awareness stops feeling like a burden and starts feeling like understanding. Life doesn't become simpler, but it becomes lighter. Not because you know less, but because you're no longer carrying everything at once.